Jim's in Sacramento. Hi, Jim. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
Good. I got a little bit of a pickle here. We sold one of our rental properties out here in California, and we have approximately $310,000 in a 1031 exchange. By the time we were able to evict our tenants and get out, the market has kind of climbed a little bit higher. We have emergency fund. We're on baby step 7, no bills, and but the problem is we're kind of just short on cash without liquidating our emergency fund out to buy another rental property. Obviously don't want to take a loan, but I also don't want to pay $60,000+ in taxes. What would you do?
You have $310,000.
Yes, sir.
I'd buy a $310,000 rental property.
You can't find them out here.
That's not true. You can't find one you like.
Correct.
That, but they're there.
I have my emergency fund as well as some additional cash, but it would take my emergency fund down to just a low amount.
So explain to me what that means. How much money are you talking about?
We typically keep about $30,000 in our emergency fund.
So you're telling me you cannot find a property for $310,000, but you can for $340,000?
They're running. Well, I have additional money as well. I have additional 50 or so, 50,000 in cash. But I don't want to liquidate every dime I have down. You know, I would have to go down to.
But I mean, you're telling me you can find a house for $360,000, but not $310,000?
Yeah, it's pretty close. Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, and the market's just crazy hot.
Well, I know that.
Yeah.
But, well, you can do what you want to do. I think you. It's just illogical that you can find $360,000 but can't find $310,000. I mean, if you told me you can't find anything for under $600,000, but so my $310,000 won't work, you know, we'll argue about that. That's at least a logical argument. But $360,000 versus $310,000, that could be a matter of negotiation. That could be a matter of finding one that needs the gutters replaced.
Correct. Yeah, no, I understand. We're looking at right about $380,000, $390,000, and I have the cash for that.
You have a particular property you've fallen in love with?
No, absolutely not. I don't fall in love with real estate.
You have a particular property you have your eye on?
We do. We're down to about 14 days to identify a property in that 1031. So we want to, you know, we've got two or three we're looking at right now, and they're right about $380,000, $390,000. It just puts my emergency fund, you know, down to about $5,000. We make about $220,000, $230,000, depending on bonuses.
So your emergency fund's down for 1 month or 2 months.
Yeah, that's kind of my thought. Yeah.
I think you rebuild the emergency fund like it's an emergency, and you close on something if you got 13 days. But moral of the story is don't wait till you paint yourself into a 13-day corner so you get desperate and have to make a move that's pinchy, because this is pinchy. It feels pinchy.
But this is all because not wanting to pay capital gains.
Yeah. You could buy less. And you could buy, hypothetically, go to another market even, go 100 miles away.
That's what I'm wondering. I feel like
buy a $200,000 property, you're going to pay capital gains on 110, not on 310 then. So you only pay on what you don't use up out of this.
Yeah, I despise taxes. You know this. I hate them. But I mean,
it doesn't need to be the tail that wags the dog.
That's what I'm wondering.
It's
right. Putting some false pressure here.
It's not false pressure.
Well,
it's making you prioritize the wrong thing first.
Thank you for saying that better. Yes, but it's like
make good business decisions first, great tax decisions second.
Yes.
Not great tax decisions and bad business decisions.
That's exactly
That's what's
right.
bothering you.
Yeah.
And you're right.
I feel like it's just the wrong thing is driving the train.
You're right. So I think you're going to close on a $380,000 property because I think you can't get your head off of it. That's what I think is going to happen.
You nailed that. I mean, he's got something. He goes, this is a good deal if I can get it.
Yeah, and he's going to get it.
Yeah.
So you make 2.25. No, don't borrow money. You're going to do it, and you're going to take you're going to run 3 months or 4 months without a properly funded emergency fund while you rebuild it with a $200,000 income and no payments in the world. So, but God help you if something breaks in that new rental the first month. You got no money.
That never happens, though, Dave.
Well,
you're the real estate guy.
I'm with you. I think it's worth talking about. I hate taxes.
I do too, with a passion.
I will do almost anything except a bad deal.
And that's what I'm getting at
to
here.
avoid paying taxes.
Right. Here's a guy that's at baby step 7. He's crushed it.
Yeah.
He's done a phenomenal job with his money.
Yeah.
And to try to avoid capital gains tax when you're
Well, capital gains on $300,000 is 60.
yeah.
Okay, but capital gains on 100,000 is 15. So, you can buy something cheaper too is a possibility. But here, guys, in the decision-making frameworks that we use, all of us use, when you paint yourself into a corner and you start making statements like they don't have any of those, that's when I start challenging you, because they always have one of those. I don't even know what those is yet, but there's always another option. When you start telling me there's, it's like, bless your heart, when you're doing youth ministry and they go, oh, she broke up with me and she's the only woman on the planet.
Yeah.
No, she's not.
Yeah.
By Tuesday, you'll see another one.
That's the truth. That's the truth.
This fatalism thing, God only, that's the one that God picked out for me. There's only one.
Yeah.
Nope, there's another one.
I had a guy say that to me once. He said, well, what I really mean is she's the only one that would love me. I go, now that is possible. But